Hey, welcome to the show. I'm the Crypto Kid, and in these videos we take a look at Bitcoin and everything that's going on in the world of cryptocurrency. So if you're new to the show, welcome. We make daily videos and keep it relevant to what's going on in the news. And if you're joining us again, welcome back. Let's jump right in and take a look at Bitcoin Cash, because we've had a pretty awesome night hitting those highs that we were sitting at only a few days ago. So if we jump over, you can see that we are sitting currently at just above that $3,000 mark. And if we take a step back, you can see that we have come up from around just below $1,800 USD, and quite quickly we retraced up to over 3,000 USD. Now if you take a look at Bitcoin Core, somewhat of a similar story, although not as fast or too much change over the past 24. We're currently sitting at 15,000 USD. And if we take a look at CoinMarketCap, you can see that we've got a lot of green over the last 24 hours. We've got a lot of good change here coming out of those massive dips and retracement we saw just a few days back. Now you can see here that Bitcoin Core is standing out here with close to 20% loss over the last 7 days. And even today in the last hour, there's not too much standing out here aside from the few that you can see on the screen here. But if you take a look over the last 24, it's looking pretty awesome for pretty much everything in the market. And even on Bitcoin Cash versus Core, you can see not too much from what we were looking at yesterday. So let's jump over to the news and check what's going on there on Bitcoin.com. Now, as you can see here, there's a couple interesting articles. We talk about the Satoshi Revolution coming out. Chapter 3 is out today, talking about Wall Street steering Bitcoin. And we've got part 5 of that. So if you want to check it out, I'd advise that. Always a good read. Otherwise, I wanted to mention this article here, Data Over Drama. And this is where Bitcoin.com is really just taking a look at the actual data, the hard facts that have been coming out since we've seen the cash split on August 1st. And they talk about a few things here. Basically, the article is about scaling. They're talking about how the mempool over on Bitcoin Core has been extremely backlogged. Currently, I think there's around 230,000 unconfirmed transactions. We can actually pop over and take a look. It's just above that, and it seems to be dipping down from where it was this morning upwards at around 270,000, which is pretty silly considering that, you know, even if you've got those high fees you're paying for, apparently you're going to be kicked out or evicted. I think what they're saying, low fees and transactions are evicted if it doesn't meet that high mark. So I'll take a look here on that site. You can see here the mempool is currently full and low fee transactions are evicted, which means thrown right out. So not only will you be paying that high fee, but you'll be waiting up to maybe several days, or you'll just be evicted and kicked right out. So this is pretty silly, especially when you're looking at the average fees hitting highs of around $34. Average medium fee around $41 per transaction. It's just crazy. I think the average processing time is anywhere from around 34 minutes to around 1,188 minutes, which is just absurd. That's about, that's over a day to get that through. So I mean, it's pretty silly. So on the other side of the coin here, we've got Bitcoin Cash, and the highlights they're talking about here is obviously the lower fees. But there's a little bit fewer transactions, obviously, in comparison to Core, but it has spiked to around 57,000 transactions per day, hitting, I think it was around 127. That's right, we can see it there, 127,000 transactions a day, in comparison to around, I think it's around 300,000 to 450,000 per day over on Core. But of course, that number is increasing. And also, BCH is about to surpass Litecoin in terms of daily transaction rates on the Litecoin protocol. So all very exciting, and it is looking quite well, especially because of the increase that we're seeing since the inception of Bitcoin Cash. So it's only getting better, and that is really cool to see. I wanted to share that with you because if you look at the data, I mean, data doesn't lie, and you can really take a look here to see what the actual truth is. So I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to check that out further. Otherwise, here's that article I was mentioning, which I will leave if you want to check out as well. This is part 5. There's a ton of these articles if you want to go back, but this one literally is an awesome read. So I'll leave that with you, and I would advise or invite you to check that out. So I know we're getting close, and it might have missed the deadline if you haven't got any gifts, but I have showed this before on the site, the Ledger Nano S. It's a wicked option here if you're looking to store your cryptocurrency on a hard wallet. But the one thing I always mention is watch the price, because I remember the last time I was showing you this product was around 74 USD. It's currently way up. It's almost doubled in price currently, probably because of the Christmas time people who wanted to get gifts, and they are just not available. They're backlogged. So if you really need one, you can pick them up here. I'll leave a link as well. But it would be, in my opinion, to wait at least until Boxing Day, where I'm sure you'll see these prices just drop, especially after New Year's once they get these products back in. But I'll be doing a video on this because I did want to talk about the Ledger Nano, as it is a pretty cool option, especially because it allows you to just hold on to a ton of different types of cryptocurrencies. And it seems like a pretty easy to use interface as well. So check out an interview, or I should say a video specifically on that in the future. So hit that subscribe button and notifications if you're interested. Otherwise, hope this was enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one.